I feel like the company and my identity was somewhat branded with the material, so I feel like the name was synonymous with the material, and I feel like each season it's a challenge to keep exploring new ways to create it and design something new with it. First of all, I just want to thank Lucite. It is kind of amazing. I woke up, I thought, I've been doing this for 20 years, and out of 75 years, I've been designing with Lucite for 20 years, which is kind of crazy. And I started the business, let's see, the early years. Started the business. I grew up in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, which I was just biking there this weekend, which I still love. It doesn't haunt me like it did when I was a kid. I started my business selling on the street. My parents are professors. They both got their doctorate in American history and then a master's in computer science. But the reason why I say that is I had no history with fashion, and I'm totally self-taught. This is where I was selling the antique jewelry on St. Mark's, which was like the punk capital in 1982. And I was 13 years old. My parents were crazy that they let me do that, and I did it every weekend. So each piece was hand sculpted. I realized that people for years had not hand carved lucite or anything plastic from 1930s to when I started doing it in the 80s. There's someone in France actually who did do it briefly, but there was really no one in the country that was doing it. I like the fact that it was clear and you could basically sculpt it in any shape and form. And I fused Bakelite, which was the plastic preceding lucite in the 30s, with Lalique, and love the luminosity of the material. When I first designed it, I remember I was selling it on the street on Prince and Mercer, and the Guggenheim Museum came by and were like, really in awe. And I knew that I had designed something kind of amazing and unique. And to this day, each piece is hand carved. Everything is sculpted. So basically, we take a sheet of lucite and then cut it and sculpt it down. And the thing that I love about lucite is that it's so modern. I guess, it's probably what we've done to it, but it's modern, but it also looks futuristic at the same time. The truth is we stick pretty much with the same material, which is the clear. We use some with the opaque of the colors, but I primarily stick with the clear and figure out how I can make my own kind of marking on the clear and manipulate that material. What's great about the material is that, you can manipulate it any way you want. One of the amazing things for me, working with lucite is that you could hand sculpt it and you could do anything to it. And it was a material when I was young as an artist, selling on the street, I could afford and sculpt it because, my parents were teachers.